as a kind of like man who felt ambitious and wanted to earn a load of money like last week. And the two careers at that stage that seemed to me were going to be on the financial markets or in advertising. Advertising was big and booming back then. So that's what I did. And that was my motivation. I felt I'd be good at it. I don't know why, but I felt I'd be good. So it was a really interesting, actually, if I may talk about it for a second.
Honestly, that's the whole point.
It was exceptionally difficult to get into those positions where you had the chance to prosper and do well. And I think looking back, it must have taken an awful lot of pushing, cajoling, countless applications. And I always remember applying. This is a really interesting lesson for me and possibly for others, is that I was applying for jobs with all these big banks and organizations as a trainee. And basically I'd get the interview, maybe 2 interviews, and I'd get a letter saying, thanks really much, lovely to meet you, we love you, but we're not going to offer you a place. And I was always like absolutely gutted. And after a while, I got so fed up of being nice and polite and getting rejected that at my last interview, this sort of British-based stockbroking company, I basically just decided I was going to talk about my agenda. So pretty much whatever they asked me, I was respectful to the question, but pretty much whatever they asked me, I said what I wanted to say, which was that you should really give me a job because I'm going to work incredibly hard. I'll do anything you want, and I will be available to do 7 days a week, 18 hours a day, and I will make a success of it. And that's why you should hire me. And I got invited back for another interview and then a selection day, and I kept saying the same thing, and I got offered a job. And thank God that I decided to stop being too polite and actually get my message across. And I hope that's a message that I give sometimes to my boys and to other people. And people can take or leave my advice. Obviously, it's, I'm not saying it's right, but I think it can really work, is that you can be too polite. You should always be respectful of the questions, respectful of the situation and the context, like an interview. But don't let yourself walk out of that room without getting your key messages across. Find a way of answering the question that gives your key messages in any situation.
I think actually,
because if you don't, you're on the way home, aren't you? Thinking, I wish if only I'd said that. If only they'd asked me this. And they don't. They're not going to ask you the dream question. You have to give them the dream answer.
But it's true. No, honestly, it's brilliant. But it's that, again, it's that balance of it's having the confidence to share your passion, because now, as an employer, you want people that want to work hard and they've got that drive, and you resonate with them on a value, because a lot of people, on paper, they look brilliant. They've got degrees or PhDs or whatever, but they're practically useless, or they don't work hard. If someone turned up and said, look, I really want to graft, I would love that now. Honestly, it's brilliant advice.